Hey guys, gonna do a real quick video. Well, it'll be quick for you. So this is everything that sold over the last week or so. This is the last week of December, after Christmas. Not a lot of sales. My sales have gone down since before Christmas. It was up and now down, which is what I expected. And actually, I kind of made it this way. There's things that I have that I could list, I have not listed. Kind of taking a little bit of a break. For me, this is a hobby. So I still had some pretty decent sales. I'm still averaging $100-ish probably a day in sales, which is great for part-time, especially since I listed just things here and there last week, low dollar things, nothing particularly special. But here you'll see everything that I sold, or most everything that I sold this week. Hope you enjoy. Okay, we have an Adidas like shirt jacket. Let's see, I think it's in this guy here. Yeah, this is it. So just listed a bunch of clothing. Go figure, things start to sell. So this is in my death pile. It sold for $14.80 plus shipping. Then we had some jeans that really just sold too, or I just listed as well. So this wasn't in my death pile because I just picked them up, but pretty good sale. And it's these BKE jeans, and I listed them for like $37-ish. Started to get a bunch of offers. Somebody offered me $33, so I took it and it sold. And I sold a hat. Let's see if I can remember which bin it's in. Yep, I sold another one of these guys. These might go faster than I had thought. So there it is. $6.80 plus shipping on top. And then I sold a part. This is for an 80s toy called a Centurion. And it was in a bunch of what I thought was G.I. Joe parts. Or there were mostly G.I. Joe parts, but this little guy was in there. And this is a missile for that guy. And it sold for, I believe, about $16 or $17 plus shipping. So pretty good sale for that. Okay, so two things off the media shelf. And sometimes you just never know. So this right here sold. Star Wars Trilogy on VHS. Really clean copy, but I wasn't expecting this to sell so fast. It only sold for $9.80 plus shipping, but there's a ton listed and not so many sold, but it sold within a day. So $9.80 plus shipping. And then the other thing is right below, and I just listed this too. PlayStation 1 game, Crash Team Racing. That sold for $17.80 plus shipping. Sold a jersey, and this kind of sold faster than I expected, but you never know about some things. I love selling jerseys. They usually bring a premium, especially when they're nice ones. So this was Carolina Panthers Reebok on-field, kind of like a pro cut stitched jersey. Great size. I think it's like size 56, which is I think either 2XL or 3XL. I bought this. I got $4 into it, and I listed it, and it sold, I think, within a day for $44.80 plus shipping. Sold a game, and I've had this for a little while. Not too long. Maybe it may have been listed for a couple of months. PlayStation 1 game, Spider-Man. For some reason, Spider-Man stuff does pretty good. I shouldn't say for some reason. I think we all know why. But that sold for $23.80 plus shipping on top. And then we sold a book, which for some reason I have it in this bin here called the G bin. And I think I know why. It's a pretty big book. So if I recall correctly, yeah, I think this was a yard sale find. So even if it was a thrift store find, I wouldn't have had much into it. So I think I have maybe $1 into that, and that sold for $29.80. And that also went overseas via the global shipping program. So somebody paid up for that one. And for books, I have been just like bubble wrapping them, especially for hardbacks, even some softbacks, just wrapping them in bubble and putting them like in a poly mailer. Since this one is going global shipping, I don't know exactly where, but it's going overseas somewhere. I'm going to pack this in a box. It's gonna go medium mail, so it's not gonna cost a lot to ship, at least for me, but just to add a little bit more protection, I'm gonna put it in a box instead of a poly mailer. The reason I ship books in poly mailers is just usually because of the size. It's so much easier. Poly mailers are cheap, bubble wrap's cheap. Not that boxes are all that expensive, and sometimes I source boxes in many different ways, but it's almost always just because I'm not going to buy a bunch of boxes that fit books. Let me just show you. Hold on one second. I put this box together. Okay, so this box is going to work. It's a good size. Put a little bubble around the corners. I have to cut it down, which isn't a big deal, but you know, I think a common theme here on the channel is going to be that I'm lazy. So the least amount of work I can do that's possible. So I'm going to have to cut that down. Yeah, so that's how this book is going to go out, and really just because it's going to go overseas, I want to add a little bit more protection. I sold a few things from the media shelf. The first thing, a buyer bought 2 of these. These are like vintage Flintstones. They were McDonald's glasses. Pretty cool. I've sold a couple of these in past videos, or shown in past videos. So these were all at a thrift store. They were like 50 cents a piece. And I have these listed for $11.80 with free shipping. So somebody bought 2 of those. I will ship them together. Single ones will go out first class because they're right under £1. But I'm gonna have to ship these out priority. But since they bought 2, you know, it should be okay, it should work out. And then another thing that sold off of this shelf, which is right here. This is something I bought. It's probably been a while. It's probably been close to a year. But it's a vintage, who knows how old this guy is. Pretty old. So you can tell what it is. It's a bowl. It's some kind of a ceramic or porcelain bowl. Now, I bought this from like an estate, and I'm guessing this could be as old as 60s, 50s, 60s. Probably no recent as the 70s. I'm sure it's at least 70s or older. It's pretty cool. So I bought a bunch of tchotchke kind of stuff like that. Salt and pepper shakers, those did pretty good. Other little figures, some did okay. I just kind of took a shot in the dark because it was super cheap. I don't know how much, but less than $1 into this. I am absolutely sure $1 or less. And I had it for a while, and I considered taking it down, but it sold, and I had kind of pie in the sky kind of pricing on it at $59.80. So it sold, and it sold for full price. The scary thing is it's sold to someone overseas. So this thing is really actually pretty delicate. So I'm glad it sold, but I have to really take my time with shipping and packing this guy out. So that just tells you the one-off items, they will sell eventually. It just takes some time. Okay, and I sold a pair of jeans. I think this is a pair that we just listed. So they are a pair of vintage Levi's. They are 550s. I believe that's them right there because they are used, but they're made in the USA. So didn't sell for a lot, but again, I don't have but $5, $6 in it. And those sold for $23.80. I just made a video about why I hate listing things like this, but they sell, so happy to get that. So I went back and double checked that, and I'm kind of glad I did. So there's no size on there on the outside, the back tag, even though it is a size to it. So I thought about it. I wanted to make sure I got the right one. I went digging, and how about that? I got another pair. So I've had these for a little while, but this is the actual one that sold, 38 by 32. So it just goes to show you, they sell. It does take some time though. And I sold another hat. So this is fun. Couldn't tell you why. I have no idea. But another one of these guys sold. I mentioned the other day that at my current rate, maybe I'll sell out of these in a few months. But if I'm selling one of these every couple of days, well, I still got a lot. It might be quicker than normal, quicker than I expect. But anyway, I'm just really happy these guys are selling. So another one of these guys sold $6.80 plus shipping. All right, guys, I'm doing some listing here. Gonna get a few things up there so we can start the new year out strong. But thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time.